Oh, lovely big bang to start off the episode. How are we doing, everyone? It is another episode of the Fantasy Football Show with Shootout. Welcome back. Couldn't get one of your fantasy football professionals, so you've got three adequate players instead, except Hass, who's bottom of our mini league.
Yeah, don't rub it in.
And there he is, Mr. Hass Karim, who has been on countless times. I'm sure you know and love him by now.
Yeah.
How are you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Tired after doing 2 consecutive shows, and not sleeping well at all. It's South Coast is hot at the moment.
Oh, it's
Muggy.
miserable up north in the Midlands.
Yeah, you're up north. Anything above Watford's up north.
Yeah.
And how are you doing, Luke? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're down this way as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm London, South London. So, not too bad. Was in Bournemouth for a bit though. So, yeah, was used to that.
Oh, going
Nice
down
South Coast.
Sunday. Got a beach day at Bournemouth planned on Sunday. Some volleyball, some
Very nice.
goals by Raheem Sterling, hopefully. Because I'll let you know a little secret. He's going to be my captain this week. Well, obviously we're here to talk about fantasy football. Hass, do you want to just let us know how did you get on this week?
Oh dear, let's just get it done and over with. I only picked up 42 points this week because I had a bad week. Just had a really bad week. Obviously United, I've got a pretty United heavy backline with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. Obviously didn't keep a clean sheet against Wolves, so that wasn't handy. Sterling, Bernardo Silva didn't have the best of games because they were in my midfield. Ceballos actually picked up 11 points for me, so that wasn't too bad. Salah had a bit of a quiet game, and Jota and Adams did nothing for me up front. So yeah, that was my rather calamitous week too.
No, yeah, I'm sorry about Che Adams. He did have a fantastic chance of scoring against Liverpool, but just headed it over the bar. And Luke, you did a little bit better than Haas, didn't you? How did you get on?
Just about. Got 48 points. Digne, De Bruyne were my main assets this week. And then the rest just picked up a few points. The assist from Callum Wilson, but it's only because he won a penalty. So yeah, it wasn't the greatest week, but I think a lot of fantasy football this week was a bit disappointed with the points they got. I think.
The average was 41, so you've both beat average. I did
I'll
not.
take it.
I only got 40. And
Only just below.
14 of those points were John Lundstrom, who obviously scored that winner against Luke's team.
Yeah, deserved winner against my team. So
yeah, and then Ollie McBurney did nothing. Well, he did stuff, just nothing to score points. Jamie Vardy, nothing. Mo Salah, yet again, can't score against a big team. Just he always fails against the big teams. Yeah, and then Sterling got me 6. It was just one of those. I'm watching it all come in, going, "Come on, boys! Someone's got to do something. Someone's got to do something special." I had Adams and Bertrand on the bench who did nothing. So, it's just one of them weeks. You know what I mean? No one had Pukki.
Yeah, I was tempted to just stick him in like last week. I was like, just feel like he's going to nab a few goals. But I was like, no, he's going to do what every Championship striker that comes up does. He'll start off well and then sort of teeter off around January. I really wish I'd just listened to my gut and gone with the fact that I stuck him in, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, you've got to remember who he's against as well, like Newcastle.
Yeah, exactly.
Next week, Chelsea. I know they're leaking goals, but so it is a decent option, I guess, to put in. But
I wouldn't be surprised if he nabs a brace against freaking Chelsea now.
Is it? Are either of you considering putting him in? Because it is a massive bandwagon at the moment.
I'm heavily considering it.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's hard because I've already done my real transfer this week, but that maybe a -4 hit or a wild card might come into play for me. But I'm gonna decide that last minute. I think that's the only way to do it.
Yeah, no, I'm considering dropping Salah out of my team for maybe switching in for Mane. Because Mane, I feel like it's just going to hit some form now, and probably start bagging goals galore. Because he seems to have just hit the ground running since he's come back from the Africa Cup of Nations. He got obviously 2 in the Super Cup against Chelsea. Now that doesn't count, but then also bagged against Southampton as well. I feel like he's just going to do well.
Yeah, we've kind of touched on 2 of the biggest talking points of the week, I think, when it comes to fantasy football in Pukki and Salah. I listened to Fantasy Football Scout podcast today, just to steal some ideas for our own, pretty much. And they were talking about Pukki, and apparently he's had 10 shots inside the box in 2 games.
Wow.
And as Jim, who came on last week, said, good players for fantasy football are those who just shoot. Like, you don't care if they make good runs. If they shoot, they're going to score points. It's just the way it works. I think he's got the most shots inside the box out of anyone in the league so far. Harry Kane is on 9, but obviously hasn't scored that many. Ashley Barnes also on 9 and has got 3 goals. I can't bring myself to put a Burnley player, let alone Ashley Barnes, into my because the word fantasy and Ashley Barnes just do not go together.
They don't at all.
But credit where credit's due, he is banging them in. I think Pukki's gone up to 5.7 million now.
Yeah,
which is obviously a bit of a tough one when you don't know. The guys on the Football Scout said that a player like him, the bandwagon's so hard and he's so cheap that his price is probably going to continue to rise. So it could almost be a risk-free thing going for him if he's your third striker. Because do you boys tend to go for the 3 strikers up or what?
I haven't
I've
had
got
this
2 at the
season.
moment. Yeah,
Go
2
on,
at the top. Yeah, good. Carry on.
I'm the same as Has, gone with 2 as well. But that's only because I've got Greenwood as my third, because I've been trying to. I think this year the midfield has jumped in price quite a bit. I think I said this last week. Like Mane, 11.5 mil from like 9.5. I think it was last year. Just little players like that, and Salah obviously 12.5. It's just I think I've gone midfield heavy this year. There's a lot of them like 7.5 mil players. So yeah, I preferred more 5 in the midfield and 2 up front for me. But yeah.
You're the same, Has. 3-5-2.
Yeah, I've also got
Football Manager
3-5-2.
formation.
Yeah, I literally just straight up went 3-5-2 because I thought, okay, you could probably get a lot of goals and assists via midfield with, players like De Bruyne and those kind of guys. So I thought, I'll probably go that way, as opposed to just going all out on 2 top strikers up top. I think I might start to go. I mean, I did actually bite the bullet this week and stick Ashley Barnes in my team. I didn't want to do it, but realistically, I just know it's going to work. It just will work.
Yeah, have you done your transfers this week already, or are you waiting?
I've all of them already. I went absolutely straight in there, reaction rares you shouldn't do, and used them all up.
Who have you gone for this week? What moves?
So I've got now my team now has gone. Still got De Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka, Van Dijk, and Maguire at the back still. I've got Sterling and De Bruyne in, as opposed to had Bernardo Silva before, and Ndombele. So I've still got Ceballos and Salah in midfield as well. And then my 3. Oh, sorry, I'm 3-4-3, not 3-5-2 anymore. 3-4-3 at the moment. And then I've got Jota, Adams, and Barnes up top.
Oh, that's such a budget strike force.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people doing it this year, to be fair.
What about you,
It's
Luke?
quite a common tactic.
Yeah.
So I've done 1 transfer so far. I took out Fraser for Martial. I did it immediately when he scored against Wolves because they've got Palace next, and a lot of players gone up by 0.1 the last few days. As you were saying with Pukki as well, it's just that's the only annoying thing is like fantasy reacts so quick to that like rush of transfers that if you're going to do it, you have to jump on just so you don't lose that crucial 0.1 or 0.2 million. But my team is a bit worrying. I've got Callum Wilson and Jimenez. So I'm hoping Jimenez will do something against Burnley. Then I've got Perez, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Salah, Martial, Diop, Digne, Robertson, and Fabianski. And obviously Digne's 75% chance playing. So
I think it was confirmed today he's going to play.
Oh, really? That's great. I needed that.
I'm sure not Ben Dinnery, who's the other guy? Ben Krellin.
Okay.
Nice. He tweeted something about it earlier. Problem with that, it's that West Ham double up, isn't it?
I know, but I really messed myself up in the defence because the other 2 I've got at the moment, I've tried to save my money. I've got Kelly and Rico, Rico's against City and Kelly's against United. So I'm just kind of gambling that Watford haven't actually scored yet. West Ham haven't looked great either, but I think Fabianski would get me the bonus save point, and that's why I really like him. So
yeah,
just got to hope.
See, I'm also going for a 3-4-3 this week. I've got De Gea and Maguire, my Man United double up. I had someone pre-season tell me that they're going to be rubbish in defence this year, and I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I reckon they're going to be decent in defence, and then they're going to go through space where they can't score goals when Pogba decides to down tools. And then, again, like with you, Luke, defence was a struggle for me. So I've had to put Ryan Bertrand back in. Brighton away, not the worst fixture.
No.
You might have an assist or two with a cross. Who knows?
Yeah, especially because we play 5 at the back, so he's effectively a left wing back.
Yeah.
And then my third player is that man, John Lundstrom, who's obviously playing in centre midfield.
Your saviour last week.
Yeah, my absolute saviour. They've got obviously Leicester at home, which isn't going to be an easy fixture. He's probably not going to get a clean sheet, but my other option was Max Aarons, who's got Chelsea at home. So
you know what? That's a tricky predicament, really, because I don't think Leicester have looked that great. So clean sheet, I wouldn't say it's completely impossible, but again, unlikely.
I looked at that Norwich-Chelsea fixture and I thought, Lampard's second Stamford Bridge game, he's going to get a win sooner or later. This is probably his easiest opportunity. And I reckon
fluffs this one up. Oh, no.
Olivier Giroud against Grant Hanley is going to be messy.
That's interesting, isn't it?
I don't care what anyone says. Grant Hanley is a donkey.
He is. I agree. I do agree. Everyone seems to sort of have this little sort of love affair for him because he's been there the longest and all that kind of thing. I'm just like, no, he's just not good.
Yeah, and then across midfield is where I did my my transfers. So I've got Richarlison, who I've kept in. Villa away, not a bad fixture for him really. Sterling, Bournemouth. Then I got rid of Salah and Jorginho. And
Jorginho, I think, was a wise decision.
I got in De Bruyne and Pulisic. Pulisic is just a temporary 1 week move, and then he's straight back out.
I like the differential. I really like differentials in fantasy, because a lot of people are jumping on the bandwagons at the start, and you do need, if you want to get to the top, you've got to get some differentials in there. And Pulisic has showed his moments. My only worry about him is his physicality at the moment, but maybe against a Norwich side who are going to attack, he could get some points.
So it was my same thought process with the not playing Max Aarons, is that I don't know, this is Chelsea's best opportunity to win a home game early, and they need to do it. And it's probably Pulisic's easiest way to get a goal and kickstart his Chelsea career. So we'll see how it goes. It's an experiment worth making, I think, because I'm sure Sterling and De Bruyne will make up for those points. Let's be honest, I was never going to miss any points with Jorginho, was I?
Not tempted by Mason Mount instead?
No.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm still reserving my judgment on Mason Mount. I can't decide if he's good or not.
That's fair. It's only been.
I'm in the same predicament.
I really want to like him. I really, really want to like him, but I've just, since Dele Alli does his downturn of form, I can't fall in love with young British players too early because you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so it's interesting, isn't it, that he's only 6 mil at the moment. So if he did get another goal or so, he'd be quite a cheap option. Yeah,
he is a cheap option because I've still got Ryan Fraser on the bench as well, who's 7.5. But Man City at home, I'm not having that. I'm not having him in that team. It's a waste of my time because he's going to be up against either Walker or Cancelo,
which isn't fun for him either way.
No, and his main attribute is pace, which both of those two have in abundance. So we'll see. And
if he was on the opposite side, you'd be like, yeah, I fancy that, but no.
Yeah. Out front, Jamie Vardy, Oliver McBurney, and Shea Adams. I'm keeping faith.
I'm giving him one more week, Connor. I'm giving him one more week.
Yeah, this is, I don't know. I just don't know with him. I don't know where Saints, if I'm honest. I'm just waiting on Ollie McBurney to start banging them in. Because I reckon when he gets one, he's going to go on a streak.
Momentum or flow, yeah, possibly.
Go on. Because I think he's got everything you need in just a. He's like a young Glenn Murray, isn't he? If you know what I mean. He's just.
Did get about. Did get about on the weekend. You know, he was.
Yeah, he was. He was causing a bit of a nuisance, wasn't he, in the middle?
Yeah.
What I like about him is he's not particularly quick. He's not massively strong. He's quite wiry, and he's got that wiry strength. He doesn't look like a footballer. He looks like a Sunday League footballer. And he's a little bit of a bastard as well. Because he was proper going in on Milivojevic at the weekend.
Yeah.
Proper going in. And I was like, do you know what? You're not getting transferred this week. I love that. Love a bit of shithousery.
You like a bit of the dark arts, why not?
I do. If I play Sunday League football, you've got to love the dark arts. It's the only way you get by. But there are plenty of players that people are very much into, and one of them has. I know you're probably itching to talk about him. Is Danny Ceballos?
Yeah.
A great game at the weekend.
Absolutely bossed it against Burnley. Like, unbelievable. I know a lot of people like, it's only Burnley, but he was unplayable in that game.
Yeah. Is he someone people should be going after? Can we expect more of what we saw at last weekend, or is this just a?
Yeah, definitely. That's his typical game. That is literally his typical game. He's perfect at doing a bit of everything. I mean, in that game, he was making tackles. He was winning duels on the ground. He was winning the ball back in the opposition third a lot. He dribbles a lot. He can assist. He can just do everything you want, and he's got the ability to score from long range as well. We did see him test Burnley's goalkeeper a couple of times. So yeah, I'd say definitely if you want sort of because I think he's relatively cheap. I think he's around 5.56 mil, something like that.
5.5.
Yeah, so for that kind of price range, he's a bargain in midfield. I mean, he picked up, as I said, 11 points for me last week.
Yeah.
You can't really go wrong for that.
It's on the set pieces as well, by the looks of it. So
yeah, and he's pretty decent at whipping it in.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and you can expect him to get a couple of those. I don't know what to expect with Arsenal's defenders or players getting into the box to put him away, but he's definitely going to create a lot of havoc at corners. He's good at set pieces.
Yeah. Next two fixtures are quite difficult for Arsenal.
Yeah, definitely.
So
that's it. Yeah, that's going to be interesting whether people jump on him now or do they risk waiting? Because I think as soon as these two fixtures are up, Arsenal players are going to be dragged right back in, aren't they? Because they do look good. They do look like a good side this year.
The only thing they look ropey at is defence. Other than that, I'd say I pretty much enjoyed watching them. Nicola Pepe started to kind of teether in as well, which is good. He absolutely ruined Ben Mee with that little nutmeg he did as well. That was disgusting.
Got me out of my chair. At least you stood up.
Yeah, no, I got up. I was like, no. That was stunning. But yeah, man.
You never know
what's
going
to start to sort of crop in.
Everyone laughs at David Luiz and the sign of him, but I genuinely think he will make that defence better. He's not someone I get in my team,
sort of.
But I think as a defensive unit, he is someone who will make them better.
Well, he's got to be better than Mustafi, man. Like, good Lord, Mustafi is bad.
Very, very true.
Anyone's better than Mustafi.
Yeah. Obviously, Luke, as you well know, Crystal Palace have Manchester United at the weekend. And that brings up another player who I probably wouldn't be looking at getting in this week, but you may be able to shed some light on it for us. Christian Benteke. Before you laugh in my face, is he your only striker?
So what happened against Sheffield United is I think I said it last week. Like the 4-4-2, I'm not enjoying it personally. We got players like Wilf playing on the wing, playing up front when, in my opinion, he should be on the wing. Maya having to track back for Van Arnold, who can't really defend himself. He is a better attacker, and Maya needs to be in the middle for stuff like this. But what we'd seem to do, and I don't know if any of you watched the Sheffield United game, I wouldn't expect you to because it's not the best Super Sunday that's ever come up. But when we have this big striker who is, okay, in the air he has decreased in ability in the last couple of seasons, but he's there because he's a target man, and we're just not crossing it in the slightest. We're not kicking it up to him in the slightest, or if we do, he's either missing it or there's no one near him. And we have Jordan Ayew, who man of the match against Everton, and then wasn't even put on the pitch against Sheffield United. So I don't know what Roy's thinking was there. He went for 2 target men in Connor Wickham instead.
Jesus Christ.
He's a good finisher, but I don't get how he thought, one target man wasn't working. Let's just put the other one on instead. And I would say I'd steer clear of Palace at the moment. Wait till Zaha gets an assist or a goal, maybe put him in. But what I was looking at was Camarasa, but then he wasn't even in the squad on the weekend, and apparently he was at the game. So
is he? Because surely he'll be on set pieces, as in shooting free kicks and stuff. I know Milivojevic takes penalties.
But he got knocked in the under-23 game midweek, but then carried on, and then wasn't even on the bench against Sheffield United. So I think Camarasa you got to wait for, because I did think maybe I thought he played really well at Cardiff. I thought he was a standout.
Yeah, he was arguably one of their best players. While they got relegated, I mean, there's a reason that the Premier League team want him, and I don't think any of the other Cardiff players have been signed by Premier League sides, have they?
Don't think so. No. So he was literally the only one, I think.
Yeah, their other standout player was Neil Etheridge, wasn't it? And he's still there.
Hamstring injury at the moment as well. So. But yeah, I'd steer clear of Palace at the moment. They don't play attacking football either at the moment. So
yeah, in terms of wild carding, you said you were tempted to do your wild card. Who are you going to be looking at getting in? Because are you going to go short term this game week, or is it a long term plan? Because there are some games this weekend. I'm looking at Bournemouth, Man City, and Tottenham, Newcastle, where I can just see goals.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. If I did do the wild card, I think I'd look more in the long run, possibly. Just because then I think in a couple of weeks, if there's like a couple of players going out of form that I picked like 3 from the same team, I'd be a bit worried. Trying to spread around the midfield a bit so I have a bit more money. I was looking at Mount, Ceballos, and Pukki. I brought in Martial. I was thinking Martial and Rashford maybe this week and just take a -4 hit. But I don't know. I'm not sure. If I'm honest, I'm stuck at the moment. I'll wait until Thursday, Friday, make a final decision on that.
How about you, Hash? You're not tempted to wild card yet? I mean, you're bottom of the league, mate. You need to push up that table.
Yeah, no. The only thing is that I need United's defence just to not concede and that sort me out at the back, because I trust Van Dijk. I don't trust United's sometimes ropey defence. Though I have got Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. So they've been the better of United's defence so far. Midfield, I feel fairly okay. I mean, I've got Sterling in there now, as well as De Bruyne, who played an absolute blinder, as well as Ceballos. I'm just hoping Salah picks up. That's my midfield pretty much at the moment. It's my 3 at top where I'm shafted, to be honest. I need Adams to hit the ground running with Jota just to start rocketing off, because other than that, I'm a bit stuck. Unless Ashley Barnes, again, just goes on an absolute mad one for the next few games. But other than that, I'm kind of banking on midfield to do magic for me at the moment.
Yeah, and in terms of the regular football team, as you can now see, we have actually had a cracking week with 73 points.
What, last week?
Yeah. Jesus.
Wow.
Jordan Pickford, obviously clean sheet. Everton, the only team to keep 2 clean sheets this season so far. Obviously, Digne there, star man. Lundstrom, star man. Ceballos, star man. Martial got a goal. Sterling, captain. Aguero. It was a good week.
Wow. I actually have to send an apology, because I'm 100% sure I put Danny Ings on the sub bench.
You did, correct.
And even though the goal was nothing to do with Danny Ings, apart from he was there, I apologise, because that's, more points on the bench there.
We swapped him for this man as well, Mr. McGinn. That would have been an extra 4. 77 it could have been. What would that have done with the league? Oh, we're nowhere near Larry. Come on, Lazar. Jesus, chill out.
Have a day off.
So we're 217,000th in the world, which is nice. I'm liking that.
Wow.
Our squad value is 100.6 million as well. 99.6 with $1 million in the bank. So it's been a good start so far, but obviously we have a transfer to do. Haas, as you're not going to be on here every week, you get to do the transfer while Luke gets to choose
no.
the
Pressure.
lineup and the captain. So, are you going to make a transfer? If so, who?
Oof. What if I should just get rid of McGinn? I just feel like he's not going to be very useful. Yeah, go on. We'll chop McGinn out for. I just can't see that list.
So we've got 6.5 in the bank.
Okay, you got 6 points. I'm going to get the app up. Get the app up in front of me and just have a look at the price list of a.
Was it McGinn who was brought in last week? I love that.
It was, yeah.
And now he's gone.
Now he's gone.
I see Bernard here is 13 points. 6.5, not changed. I mean, Everton.
So
nice little fixtures there.
Isn't going to play very much. No.
Mason Mount, what are Chelsea's fixtures looking like? They're not bad. Norwich, Sheffield United, Wolves, and then Liverpool. João Moutinho, I love him. Everyone raves about Neves, but Moutinho is better for me. 100% better.
I think Moutinho is better, yeah. It's just with him in fantasy, you just never know because he's more deep, isn't he? Or not deep, but
he's not going to get on the end of stuff as such, or the forefront of assists. He's more the pre-assist, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the pass before the pass, isn't it?
Yeah, that.
The hockey assist, I think that's called, isn't it?
Damn, this is a hard decision, man. Because I'm looking at the midfielders and it's tricky. Ndidi looks like I reckon Ndidi would be a pretty solid bet, but
he's so defensive, though, isn't he?
I think you could get Ndidi, Perez, or Tielemans for that price if you're looking at Leicester players.
Perez has gone above now.
Has he? Oh. He hasn't performed greatly though, which is a bit disappointing.
Because I think he's 7.5, isn't he? Maddison's there at 7. No, yeah. So you got 6.5 to use, Haas.
See, Lamella's an interesting shout as well because I feel like he's going to start nabbing points as well because he got 6.5. Well, he's 6.5 form at the moment. Problem with Lamella is you never know how long that's going to last.
Yeah, I mean, he could drop next game, couldn't he? You don't know.
Tom's back, isn't he, from suspension?
I'm torn between saying Ndombele because I feel like he's done pretty well since he started.
He should dominate that midfield as well, shouldn't he, against Newcastle?
Yeah, go on, stick Ndombele in there.
Yeah. Interesting. I like that.
It's given us still got 0.4 to play with. Confirmed. Squad for look at that, 100.1 with 0.4 in the back. I'm loving it.
Just shows when you get a few people together, they can do well on fantasy. Actually,
yeah, I might just run my own fantasy football team like this.
Yeah, can I just put this in my leagues with my mates? This team, please. Cheers.
Just take the points. The points will do.
Yeah.
Are we thinking about changing the lineup at all? Anyway, we got Lundstrom, James, and Ings on the bench. I would be tempted because I'm not having Liverpool defenders at the moment. So I'm thinking Robertson for Ings. That's definitely is one.
It's interesting.
I can see why you'd say it as well.
The only thing is, will he get an assist? I know he hasn't done that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Thing is, James started as well, against Wolves, which I didn't expect.
Should we do?
Yeah, I think that was a mistake as well.
But yeah, I think Ings has the better fixture.
The target.
Target.
Yeah. And then Hallow, I'm not even sure if he's going to play because he didn't.
Yeah, I had him actually when I first started my team. I had him in there, and then obviously he got injured and has since sort of been a bit 50-50.
Thing is it worth putting him, starting him, but putting James as the number 2 as the first sub?
Oh,
I don't know. I'd be inclined. It depends how likely is Haller to not play.
75%, he says, of playing.
That's a tough one.
Wish we had West Ham's press conference before this this talk.
Unfortunately, I'm out on the razzle dazzle tonight, so we can't do it.
It's perfect.
I don't know. I feel like James would be the safer bet because he's up against, no disrespect here, Palace, and obviously I know Palace can be a bit ropey sometimes in that sense. I feel like
Yeah.
he'd be a good player against that kind of side.
But for diving,
Yeah.
Monday.
Mm.
Mm.
And then we've got a bit of a goalkeeper conundrum. We've got Jordan Pickford playing Aston Villa, but we've also got Digne there. But we've also got Heaton playing Everton.
Mm.
Oh,
Villa are at home, so we could double up on Everton, or we could double up on Villa, or we could cover both bases.
I guess form-wise, you'd look at Everton. But
they're away, which is always a bit of a.
yeah, Everton away are always a bit suspect.
When I look at it like games like this, I'm like, which keeper do you think is going to get just them bonus point saves? Do you know what I mean?
Even that, I just don't know because
that's why De Gea's, you know, he's just going to keep getting stupendous saves.
Yeah.
But saying that, so does Pickford. Pickford always has a bit of a knack for pulling off those drama saves. Usually because he's blundered it.
Heaton is a fantastic keeper.
That's true. I don't know. I'd stick with Pickford for safety just because I'm boring and I like to be safe. I think playing it safe though is a bit like literally beating me up so far. So I don't know. You could gamble it on Heaton.
Who's picked by more people? Pickford. I've got Digne in defence. I don't want to. I think we'll keep Pickford.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Double up on that because that'd be a nice haul, wouldn't it? If they keep a clean sheet.
Yeah,
that midfield is so good.
I'm now going to go stick 20 quid on Villa to score.
What's our sub saying? Who we got start first sub?
I put Hallow, then got Lundstrom and Target in that order.
Yeah.
Is that good? I mean, the problem with putting Lundstrom first option is that if they don't keep a clean sheet, you know.
I think take the risk with Hallow there because he's a striker.
Yeah.
Plus Watford, so.
Yeah.
I mean, they're awful at the moment. Luke, you get to choose the captain then.
I think, you know what? It's between the captain and the vice that I can see there, Sterling and Martial.
That's tough.
It's Aguero too.
Oh, God,
the thing is, Sterling always likes to score against Bournemouth. I'm sure he's got a really good record against Bournemouth.
I think he's the one that I'm looking towards more.
Yeah, I genuinely think sitting in a batter Bournemouth on Sunday. Sunday at 2 o'clock.
I think I could see like a 5-0 again for some silly reason.
Good man.
Really?
That's what I bet.
Worried Aguero's going to get dropped. That's the only thing.
It's a good game to play.
Because they had him and Pep had a bit of a beef on the side, didn't they?
Oh, it was nothing, was it? It turns out that Aguero thought Pep was blaming him for the second goal, but he wasn't, and it was just a misunderstanding. Apparently,
that's what it is.
He looked pretty angry, man.
Yeah, but right, we'll keep it at Sterling then. I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
I'm hoping for another big week because I didn't log in until this morning into this team, and I logged in. I was like, Jesus Christ!
I genuinely can't believe that I got 72 points. I'm so jealous.
I wish that was my team now.
Yeah, I might just wildcard and put that team in. Just see what happens. I'll probably curse it.
On paper, it's decent throughout, isn't it? Every single sub is decent.
It's probably because it's got no bias in there. Everyone's only allowed a couple of picks max.
I think I picked 3 players in there.
Yeah,
I can't remember now.
You definitely picked Ceballos, obviously.
I
think I was Digne, and you know what? He's done all right. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, what was
assist and a clean sheet? Yeah.
Didn't he get 12 assists in the league last season?
Did a lot. I don't know how many, if I'm honest, off the top of my head, but
I think it was quite 12 because that's what Trent and Robertson got, didn't they?
Let's have a quick look.
I'm quite shocked that I thought Robertson's the most expensive defender this year in FPL.
I'm not surprised, to be honest. He gets a lot of.
I thought him and Trent would be.
Trent should be pretty. I'd say higher, if anything.
Yeah, well, at the moment, the top performing defenders are Digne, Lundstrom, and Mina.
Mina, wow. Oh yeah.
Well, Everton keeping clean sheets, aren't they?
Yeah, Dunk as well there.
Yeah, well, Everton keep more clean sheets than Tottenham last season.
Did they?
They got 14 clean sheets or something like that.
Wow.
Which you don't think of. You don't think of Everton as a defensively solid team.
No, I get that.
Yeah, not really.
But yeah, right. Well, thank you, boys, for coming on. We're going to end it there. We'll be back actually next Thursday to see another 70-point haul.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Do you want to let everyone know where they can find you online? Hass, we'll start with you.
You can see on the screen there at the House Career if you want to follow me on Twitter. My sort of ramblings and writings you'll find at Plus International and the Real Champs currently. And I do a bit of social stuff for the Liga Lowdown as well. So if you want a bit more continental stuff, then yeah, I'm your man.
Yeah. And what about you, Luke?
Yeah, Twitter's at Luke_Seychelles. Done a few articles in the past for Back of the Nest if you're a Palace fan. So be sure to check them out. They get stuff on a daily there. So yeah, that's about it.
And follow us at __shootout. Subscribe to the YouTube, the Twitch, Periscope, whatever you're watching it on. And iTunes and Spotify, obviously. We shall see you when we're back. We're back on Sunday with 2 shows again on Sunday because I'm just such a bloody workhorse.
Have fun.
He's a James Milner.